Name's William Murakami Brundage, and I'm going to be designing an adventure in Solasta's Dungeon Maker. Solasta Crown of the Magisters Tactical Adventures D&D 5th Edition computer game for PC and Mac. But it also features Dungeon Maker, which is similar to Neverwinter Nights. And Neverwinter Nights 2 had a kind of module builder where you could make your own adventures, and Solasta has a beta version of a Dungeon Maker available. And so I'm going to be creating a adventure in here. I have actually give me 2 seconds. I have a Dungeon Maker Pro community module, which I think may enable us to make a little bit extra stuff, right? Right, it gives us a little bit of extra options as far as designing. I'm trying to make this so it's only using the core stuff, right? Minus a couple of extra add-ons. I'm trying to make it so my content is playable by anyone. And Dungeon Maker modules, once they're completed and you've tested them and you know they work, they can be uploaded to Steam Workshop, right? So you can see right here, I actually made this strong arm negotiations, and I'll show you what it looks like. And this is for a contest that is going on the Solasta community forum, right? So this is what the campaign setting looks like, right? You have strong arm, you have the title, you have the description, right? You've been tasked with negotiating with a bandit chief named Marina Alspear. You have the headquarters, which is like the maps, right? It's like your individual or breakouts of locations. There's a couple of custom monsters, right? If you look here, you can see that I've got 2 custom monsters. The bandit chief in question, Marina Alspear, and Marina's hounds. And then I have a custom NPC, because it's currently set up, the NPCs and the monsters are separate, so there's a couple of little workarounds I have in there. Right, so it's a campaign start, it's a small map. For the contest is a 50 by 50 map, right? It's small, it's not big by any means, right? And you can see here that this is what the overlay of the design portion looks like. So it's kind of not really caddish, but it's plug and play, right? Where there are different things that you can use to create different rooms, right? And kind of adapt them and fit them all in. Right, there's different sections, there's lower sections. And so what this looks like here, on the headquarters, or at least the bandit headquarters, this is what the design map looks like, right? You can turn on and off light sources. You can see that I have some light sources. You can turn on and off activator links, kind of show where they're going. You can hide this keyboard shortcuts. But importantly, like this is what that looks like in the design. But when you hit the playtest button, and playtest will, you can see it quickly launches it launches this map with a predefined party. So when I hit playtest, it's actually gonna walk through. You can actually play it like you would and part of Solasta, right? And it lets you not only playtest things, but it lets you get a kind of bird's eye view for how your map is working. Click or press any key to start. And so you can see that, sorry, it's loading up here. Come on, Solasta, don't let me down. Oh, geez, did it hang on me? Gosh, I hope not. I was counting on being able to actually play that. No, that's not it. Well, it's doing something. Unfortunately, whatever it's doing, I don't know. I might have to restart it. I don't know. Something stopped on me. Oh, yeah, hold on. Let's turn it off and back on again. Right? It's the time-tested method for fixing technical problems. Let's try that again. I don't know what went wrong there, but something sure did. Close that out. Maybe it's that third-party module. Maybe it's not playing well with whatever I have installed. But maybe it is. We'll find out. We'll try it once more. So we come here, come to edit. Right. Actually, can I just play? Let me hit play right from here. So I can actually play, because I uploaded this to the workshop. So I actually have this available. This is publicly available. Well, it's available with the link, right? It'll be publicly available once I can fully test it. So yeah, let's have Mywin Ulfborn as our fighter, right? And let's have let's see, Mullet Dave, our ranger. Green Bean Jones, our halfling druid, looks like the green giant. And let's do we need one more. Let's do Hector, good old sorcerer. All right, now wish us luck. Right, we're gonna see if this works. And this is the playthrough of the module that I made, and then we can go back to the Dungeon Maker and I can show you kind of how it's built, or not. Right, we'll find out shortly. There we go. Oh, there we go. Third time's the charm and all that. Okay, so we're gonna, select all, the move through, and this is right. So Marina Allspear, the bandit captain, has terrorized locals. Rumor has it she's cautious and doesn't take on fights she thinks she will lose. You may be able to negotiate with the bandit captain at sword point. Otherwise, the headmaster asks you to kill her. She's also got a pack of dogs she lets loose. Her favorite saying is, "A hungry dog is a vicious dog." Sounds like not a hero. I think that is the definitive not a hero perspective. So I know up around the corner there are actually 2 guards because I built this, and here they are. So let's get into some melee combat. And there's only 2. This is meant for first level adventures. Ouch. That's a critical hit, right? It's meant for first level adventures, and it very much is brief, right? With that small of a map, right? With a 50 by 50 map, it's basically like 6 rooms at most, unless you really layer things in there. It's not going to be a whole lot, right? There we go. Move up to him. Do some attacking, right? And well, that was that. Victory. So I'm gonna pick this up. So part of the rules of the contest is there has to be a thieves' tools set, which I think is warranted. They have a couple of specific things that they want you to include, right? So I know over here, if I go this way, I'm going to trigger the wolves. Her hounds are in here, right? And you're growling, right? And if I scoot further in, and notice it's unlit in here, because the wolves have dark vision. I don't. So I'm gonna wanna light the room up if I can. Except for I need to have my hands free. Okay, I'm gonna hurl the flame at this. Right, I'm gonna light this torch on the wall. There we go. Now we have a little more visibility. Now I can engage in combat without being penalized for fighting in the dark. Here they come. I wasn't sure how. Man, I just got mauled. I wasn't sure how many wolves to put in here. I mean, these are basically wolves. If you hover over it, it'll actually say one of Marina's ravenous hounds, right, in the description. Ouch. Ooh, that's a bad time. But as far as the actual mechanics, they are wolves, right? They're not any they use a wolf staff block. And I know there's 3 of them because that's what I put in here. But there's also some other... Oh, gosh. Oh, she's dying. We went so quickly from combat to death. Unfortunate, really. Right? Dang. Okay. Do I have healing word? I do not. Here, I'll heal other get her up fighting again. There we go. So she'll get to her feet. Maybe she can finish one of these wolves. Or at least almost finish one of these wolves, because we don't have a lot of healing left. Right? Mostly I want to show what this looks like from a... Man, murdered. I want to show what this looks like from a in-game perspective, because then I want to show and walk through the design perspective. Right. And in this, I tried to do something unique. Or, yeah, you know, unique is relative. I tried to do something creative. How's that? Oh, so these guys are dead. They're not, no, they're not dead. I take that back. It's still up and going. Man, this wolf might finish me. Who knows? One of my PCs might go down. Yeah, I'm very well. It's got another attack. Mullet Dave, come on, Mullet Dave. There we go. Right. So, you know, part of Solasta's fun and joy is, you know, not only loot, but there's some maneuverable items, right? And the Dungeon Maker doesn't have a full array. So it's longsword. The Dungeon Maker has a partial array of the items you'll see in the full game. But it does include things like, oh, look, there's a block. Look, there's a tunnel, right? And we'll scoot on through. Gosh, I hope there's no undead or anything in here. Looks like an abandoned passage, right? Looks like there's a whole lot of something. A little stash back here. It's like a scroll, pass without trace, and bark skin. Either good loot. Well, I do have a druid. I can cast some of these. Strange. We got a stone wall, right? Screams something. But I guess we're not finding it today. Right? No, we failed in our perception checks. Fair enough. I know. I'll show you in the designer. That's a good example. I'll show you in the designer when we get out of there. But there's actually a hidden passage there. But apparently we are terrible adventurers. And we failed to find the hidden passage. So there's no sneaking through the back door for us. So let's go this way. This is the door that the bandits were guarding. Right, so we're going to go ahead and open it. There's a few things I need to change in here, like entrance plates. Looks like a headquarters. There's a desk across there. The desk, you say? Bureaucracy. For the finest. Okay, so now I can cast Cure Wounds on Maven. Heal her up. Otherwise, I don't want to die. There's some treasure back here, stashed from that side. It's like got a couple of arrows, right? Gonna go up here. Looks like some chandeliers. I was told that I need a little more stuff in here, and I do agree. It looks much less like a meeting hall. Warehouse. But anyways, so I'm going to come up here. So here is, let's interact with her, right? Maybe our swords can persuade her to stand down, right? She's like, let's come to negotiate. Let's see what happens, right? Do I succeed? So it says up here, and I wish this was a little more clear, right? I failed. Let me scroll up. Let me make this bigger, right? So it says Hector rolls an intimidation check. I rolled a 1. I have failed. So now we have to... Oh, I'm running off. Hector, don't do that. So now I'm running off in this random direction, right? And there's guards here. Do I have... I wonder if I can do this. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I set this up so there's a little bit of interactive stuff, right? I don't know what this is gonna do, but let's see. I missed him. Oh, I know. Shucks. No chandelier dropping for us. Okay. So, anyways, I don't think we need to finish the fight. Let me go ahead and show you what that looks like, right? Let's quit back out to the Dungeon Maker and show you kind of what it looks like on the back side, right? As you come here you can see Marina Allspear, right? Where you see, basically, she was originally bandit captain, right? Has a little description. The only thing I changed is her hit points, right? And then you have her hounds, right? And you can see that all I did was change Marina's hound, one of her ravenous hounds. That's the only thing that's different. But if you come here, to bandit headquarters, you can look at the map again. Right? This is what we were looking at. You can see here that here's the entrance. Here's the bandits, those two bandits that I met, the guards in the very beginning of the hall, right? You can see that the one on the left here actually carries thieves' tools as an additional treasure item. Here's the door. When you go through the door, you can see that there is, I hear growling, right? So it says basically, it says, activate that I hear growling bit. Here are the Marina's hounds, the three of them. Here's that treasure in the corner. Here's the box that we pushed aside. Here's that bit that says, looks like an abandoned passage. Here are the scrolls and the debris. And then here is the thing we didn't find, right? Which is a hidden door with a DC 15 reveal DC that we failed at and didn't succeed. And then here are the bandits, right? There's 3 bandits. And then let me zoom in a little bit closer, right? And we can get a look at what's going on. So here's that bit, maybe our swords can persuade Marina to stand down. So all this is interactive, right? This is all the things that are activating. So this is the charisma check, right? Where I tried an intimidation check and failed. At a DC 13, if we'd succeeded, we would have gotten some experience points, right? 150 experience points. We would have gotten an item, and it would have activated this lore 4, which would be, we would have gotten jeweled ring, a little bit of treasure, a little bit of experience. Basically, payoff for not fighting the bandits. And then on the failed check, which is what we had, right? Our charisma check failed utterly because we rolled a 1. It spawns Marina and the 3 other bandits, and 6 through 9. The creature destroyer actually removes the NPC token, right? So we don't have this NPC floating around. It basically is a cleanup, and then it activates that whole bit where Marina says, what'd she say? This is what she says if you succeed. You're pretty brawny. We don't want any trouble. And if you fail, which is what we did, she says, you'll never take a slow life, right? Here are the chandeliers, right? If the bandits had moved closer, we could have activated the chandeliers and dropped them onto it. In the back, there's a treasure chest. And over here, there's some loot, right? And I actually should make this explicitly to be a bunch of rations, because I think that's part of the contest that we're doing. Right, and that's the one that I did build, and that's kind of an experiment that I wanted to see how it worked. What I'm hoping to do, and then these are other maps you can adapt or modify, load and play. Right, and what I'm hoping to do as far as design goes, is I'm hoping to take some of the stuff that I have already existing and kind of adapt it for the Dungeon Maker, using the Dungeon Maker kind of adapt it so it's more playable and people can actually enjoy stuff that I've written or would like to make. Only issue, or the only difference is I want to make sure that I think there's a couple of things. Let me see something. So if you so the Dungeon Maker Pro, right, has a couple of things built in. It has where you can have NPCs as enemies or enemies as NPCs. It's got some extra stuff you can activate, but that requires using the mod, right? And I don't want to. I want to make it so it's playable in the base campaign. Right. The one adventure that I'm thinking of adapting, trying to, is Temple of Misfortune, which I wrote and published a couple of years ago. And I want to, it's not going to be a one-to-one translation, but I want to see how I'd make it work. And I'll definitely go over that. I mean, that's the walkthrough of the kind of high-level Dungeon Maker bit. I have to go take care of some other stuff today, but later on today I'm hoping to sit down with the Dungeon Maker and also show at the same time a PDF of what the map looks like, and then we can see how true to fit, right? We can have Dungeon Maker make our adventures. Sounds good. If you have any questions, there's a Discord, right? There's a Tactical Adventures Discord. There's a Solasta'a Discord, and people are pretty active talking about content making, the game. So it's pretty fun, active scene. There is a multiplayer mod which I have played multiple times. Tonight, actually, Thursday nights, I got together with some of my D&D friends, and we're gonna play a 4-person multiplayer game, or try it. It's in an alpha state, so it works 90% of the time. The other 10%, it has desync issues or slight issues, but overall I think we're going to get it to work. And so there's 4 of us, and we're basically going to run through one of the Solasta'a adventures, one of the campaigns actually, and we're going to run through it, and everyone's going to take one character, and it'll either be mayhem or it'll be glorious adventure, or maybe both. We'll find out soon. And I'll check with the guys and see if we can broadcast that and stream it. They may or may not want to. It's up to them. But anyways, hope you're having a great week. And hopefully see you on Discord. Take care.